the burning inside of me. I'm insane. Okay.
Good morning. Oh, so I woke up today and I didn't really have anything planned. And I was like going through Pinterest. I was like, you know what? I'm running pretty low on my sage, so I'm going to go look or try to look for some sort of smudge burning plant. So I looked up the types of different smudging sticks that you can make. So today I decided we're going to do smudge sticks. I don't have white sage, obviously, like that's something hard to come by depending on where you are. And I already used all my sage. I just have this little tiny bit that I'm saving. So I need more smudge sticks because this is all I have. I have no money, so I love making things. So I'm going to try to go out and forage for my own smudge sticks. I know you can use cedar and mugwort, and I believe those are the only two that I might have around here because I'm in the North Country. It's possible that I have juniper. But I do have a plant identification app that does really tell me exactly what the plant is, so that helps. To the forest I go to lose my mind and find my soul. Isn't that how it goes? And we have a new bug. Infiltrator. I've got my bucket and I got my shears and I can get started. Apparently I have creeping juniper sitting right outside my steps. That's awesome. Always, 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 if you are taking from Earth to use for like your spells and stuff, always ask it permission and thank you for it. Like so. Thank you for letting me use your plant. I don't know how you say it. Branch? Don't know if that was the right way to say it, but always thank the universe, thank the world for taking from it. I'm not even sure like how much to take from it, but we're gonna figure this out. I haven't made smudge sticks before, but we're gonna try it. Shouldn't be that hard. All right, I got some little juniper twigs here. Should be a decent amount. I'm not making a ton, so excited. I thought those were mugworts because I don't really know what mugwort looks like other than some pictures, but it's not. It's goldenrod. Probably wasn't the best idea to do this like in fall. By the way, this is the creepy barn. I always find this barn really creepy. I think it's a barn or it's a shed. One time I went in there and it just felt like something was stopping me from wanting to go further. I was like feeling a lot of anxiety and fear, and I was just like really creeped out by it, and I don't know why. It's empty. There's nothing. There's like an old trunk that's in there and it's empty and ruined. It's weird. And I'm all for going in abandoned buildings. I used to do it a lot to find some cool antiques and stuff, but like this thing is fucking creepy. Might actually go near it just because sometimes I'll lay at night thinking about it, like I need to go investigate it, but like there's nothing in there. I did go in there one time to grab some old nails, like the old kind with the like square tip, like really old nails, but other than that it's fucking weird and it creeps me out. Maybe I'll go in, maybe I'll do it, maybe I'll be brave enough. Not finding any mugwort. Hear a lot of rustling when I'm walking out here, and it freaks me out, thinking it's like a bear or something, but it's just these little birds. They're so cute. They must be foraging because winter is coming. Oh, here we go. Come on, feet. We can do this. It doesn't look dangerous. It just has a weird vibe, and I don't jive to that vibe. Actually seen quite a bit of cat vomit. We have wild cats around the area that just are born and then they're just free roaming and no one will come get them. We are so close. I'm not sure if like it belongs to the farm over there. It's just creepy, man. I know I've said that a million times, but it's just so creepy. Usually right around here where I kind of stop and I just get this very weird feeling. Look how much rotted it is. I love old buildings, but it's usually right here where I stop and think, do I really want to go closer to this? I guess so. I'm just gonna keep recording while I film because it's distracting me from how I feel. Like there it is. That's the weird chest that just has nothing in it. When I did come here, I have found bones from animals like cows, and I'm wondering if this used to be like where keep out. I think not, but I probably should. Like, I wonder how old it is. It's got to be like 1800s. The birds are going nuts over here. Where are they? I just saw them. They're going nuts. I'm not going to step much foot in here. I believe a lot of birds or bats live up there. These are the nails I was finding. Those are pretty old. I'm not going to step foot in it just because, one, it looks like it could break underneath me, and two, tell me that doesn't have a creepy vibe to it. Just an empty building. Heart is racing. I just heard a huge thump, and it could have been an animal back here. But I'm gonna fucking skedaddle, bruh. I don't like this vibe. Going back now. Do not like. Oh, I don't know why. It's so silly. There's really no reason. Because nothing's in there. Yeah, there's no mugwort. There's no cedar. We don't need to be over here. Oh, hell, I was thinking. I was walking down and I noticed, look how strange this is. We're almost like at the end of October, and these are the only trees that haven't changed and look as new as spring. See, green, everything else has fallen. Probably normal, and it's probably the type of tree, but it just looks so out of place at the moment. I really like it over here though. I always come here and I walk this path and it leads right to my house. It's just so gorgeous out here. All the leaves are falling right now and it feels kind of magical. So unfortunately, I do not have any cedar close enough for me to walk to. I only found wild juniper. And luckily, I do have sage and rosemary. So I'm going to use that with my bundle. The smell of fresh cut rosemary and sage is just amazing. Remember that when you're also like clipping wild plants to look before you start doing a smudge bundle or kit, that you look for like bugs and stuff. Just put them back outside. Please don't squish them. And you want to make sure there's nothing on them and clean them up really well before you use them. Little spooter here. Just an example of make sure you find the bugs. Well, I don't think a spider is a bug. Make sure you look for them. Okay, so I have all of my ingredients, all of my things that I'm going to make a smudge stick with. I have my sage and my rosemary. You need a cotton string. I'm using embroidery string. I think that's okay to use. And I have my creeping juniper. So I'm going to try to make 2 of the bundles. And first you want to start off by like gathering them like so. It smells amazing, and you just want to kind of like gather it. Make sure the end of the tips there are like kind of even, because that's where you're going to tie your string. That's going to be like your base. Add your ingredients. I say ingredients like it's soup or something. When you take your string, you're going to want like 8 inches, like a really long piece of string. You're going to start at the base here where the end of the stems are, the thick stem part, and you're going to want to tie like a knot. You're going to want to tie it pretty tight so like your herbs and stuff don't like fly out of there. And then you just take the rest of the string, working upward. Make sure you hold all them in there. And you work upward like an angle. Same thing going back down, so it'll look like a crisscross pattern almost throughout the whole thing. It should look very similar to that. There we go. Focus, like little crisscrossy patterns. The next step is you want to trim off all these little excess parts. I'm just going to trim. I'm going to trim the top of this because I don't like how it's sticking out. Got my garden shears. They're really good for this. I wouldn't recommend using regular cooking shears because unless you wash them really well, because this could be toxic to ingest if left on kitchen shears. And then I cut the base and then trim a little bit more. Trim. You can also do like other things. I chose to do these herbs because these are the only ones I actually have at the moment. It should look similar to this. And you have a really cool smudge stick. When you do this, make sure to leave it somewhere or hang it dry somewhere for I think a week. Just to make sure it's completely dried. That's what you do. You hang it dry and then you come back to it and you burn it for whatever rituals you need. These came out pretty well. I have my 3 sticks. One is just purely the creeping juniper, and one of them has just the juniper and the rosemary, and then one's got all 3 in it. Oh, it smells amazing. I also had some leftover bits of sage that fell out in the process, like the leaves, and I couldn't really put it in with the bigger sticks, so I made this adorable little sage bundle, like for an instant tiny, when you don't want to burn an entire stick. I made this tiny little sage and juniper with the rosemary bits left over, because I try to use everything up. I don't like wasting stuff. And this is perfect for like when you're going somewhere and you want to put it in like one of those little travel smudge tins. Some people bring little witchy travel kits for on the go, like when you want to burn something when you're on a hike or whatever. And I just thought this was so cute. And I put them up here to dry. My girls are going to be watching over them. I have a lot of fun making them. You can do any sort of herb you want. Like you can do lavender, you can do white sage, rosemary like I did, cedar. Each one has like their own correspondence, like magical correspondences. I'll make a video specific to that here soon. But I hope you have fun making your own, and who knows, if you just look around your area, you might be able to find the similar items and you can make them.